What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we are back with some more Baldur's Gate 3, continuing the story of our half-orc paladin, Kaige-O. Make sure the green screen's good. Now I did do a little research, because I feel like, as expected, some of these fights are pretty tough. However, I did go ahead and do some research on some good classes, and I will say that I do have some redundancy in these classes, but it is something that I'd like to go ahead and check out. So
Dost thou require a new ally?
let's go ahead and change our classes for all of our main characters and kind of go through the list. So we're going to be sticking with Paladin. We're going to be sticking with the Oath of the Ancients. Strength, this can be a +1. Dex can be 10. Con 14. Intelligence 8. Wisdom 10. And then Charisma, we're going to get a +2 here. All of these seem fine. The skill proficiencies. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and level you up. So level 2, I think I am going to stick with the shield and stick with defense and prepared spells. One thing I do realize is that we need to be using our smite a lot more often. Thunderous Smite seems good. We have Shield of Faith. We need Shield of Faith. And then we also have our Bless. I'm assuming we can change these later on down the level. Let's go ahead and stick with this. Alright, once we get to level 3, we get our Oath spells. Ensnaring Strike, Speak with Animals, Turn the Faithless, Nature's Wrath, Divine Health, level 1 spell slot. Perfect. And then once we hit level 4, we're going to be grabbing the feat Ability Improvement, and we want both in Strength. Okay. Boom. Now he is all set. Now I didn't go ahead and look at like Karlach and everything. We are going to be changing anyways. So let's go ahead and untoggle everybody. Now Karlach, just for the sake of leveling you up, in case we pull you back out for, we're probably just gonna go ability improvement for +2 strength, but in case we pull you out for story purposes, we'll go ahead and pull you on out. Okay, now obviously running a cleric and paladin, we are going to have some redundancies. However, I do think that Shadowheart, we're going to stick with the trickery domain and kind of keep her as our stealth character, and she is going to be the only person.
Karlach's temper is a sight to behold. She'll need to be careful. That rage will burn her right out.
I do think that she is going to be the only person that we multi-class, which I'm
Almost
excited
pleasant
for.
traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
Join me.
I'd join you, but things are looking a tad
Take
crowded.
Karlach's place.
Lead the way then.
Okay. Now we have
On I
Shadowheart.
go.
So, let's go ahead and look at her. She's probably our most complicated person, but not really until we hit level 6.
Let's see what I can glean.
She does
Fate,
require a
dost
few
thou
respects
require
throughout the
a
game,
new
but I feel like we
as
have a
thou
decent
desire?
amount of money. We do need to make sure that we pay attention to where we get all of our gear from. Abilities. You have 8th strength. You have a +1 in dexterity. And we want you at 16. Intelligence down 2, con 15. And then everything else is going to be in wisdom, which is going to be your +2. I think we had Sacred Flame, Guidance, and this here. I don't know if this is only a self, because I know a lot of these builds have to deal with you being the main character. Produce Flame is something that we're gonna get later on. Abilities, Trickery Domain. Okay, that's good. Alright, so let's level you up. Okay, prepare spells. Cure Wounds, Bane, Guiding Bolts. We want Command. We want Inflict Wounds. These are level 3 spells, or level 2 spells. We want what doesn't require the action. So Healing Word. Let's go Shield of Faith. Do we want Guiding Bolt? Let me see if I can look at her build again. Shadowheart, Trickery. What did we want for the first few levels? Let's see here. Okay. So we have Sacred Flame, Guidance, and Thaumaturgy. We have the Charm Person for Trickery Domain, Disguise Self, and Blessing of the Trickster. Perfect, perfect. Okay. We don't really have any recommendations for this. The main long-range damage spell for the Cleric in early game, so we should keep Guiding Bolt. Excellent spell to keep on hand is to create Water Surface. Inflict Wounds if enemies are close to you. This is a go-to spell, which a strong damage rolls. Can also crit, inflicting even more damage. One of the best control spells in the game. Okay, so we definitely have some options here. I might get rid of Shield of Faith because we already have it on our Paladin. Sanctuary's pretty nice. But we have 2 healers. So I'm not too worried about that. But we want her more as like damage rather than support. So I kind of like where we're at here. Okay, level 3. We get the Mirror Image, which is great, and then Pass Without a Trace. For here, these are all level 2. Okay, so this is to increase survivability. Hold Person could be really nice. Spiritual Weapon. Good use for a bonus action. What should we get rid of, though? Enhance ability's nice. Prayer of Healing. So if we have the healing on our other character, let's get rid of Cure Wounds. Probably hold Person for some CC. And then we have some damage. We have you to boost with some of our magic casters. We have another CC. We have 2 damage spells. But that's your medium range, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. And I'm probably going to take... Summon a floating spectral weapon that attacks your enemies alongside you. This could be actually pretty nice, and it's a bonus action. I think I'm going to go with those 2. Warding Bond is pretty good. Resistance to all damage. But we have the Shield of Faith, which is decent early game. And then level 4. This is when they said to take Produce Flame. So we'll go ahead and take that. And then we want ability improvement. We want a Wisdom and a Con. Prep spells, I think we're good here. No, we want to get rid of Cure Wounds. And then let's take Warding Bond. Okay. So that's her all set. How are we looking on money? We should be okay. Next is going to be Will. We have Will right here. Now, Will, this is where we get redundancy between Will and Gale, because we are going to have 2 spellcasting styles here. So that's something that we need to keep in mind.
That way. Checking things out.
I shall be here in thy camp
Okay.
for whenever.
Change my class. Alright, Warlock. We're going subclass Fiend, Eldritch Blast, and Blade Ward. Spells. We want Hellish Rebuke and Hex. Okay. Spells, we're good there. And then for here, we want 10 strength. Let's get rid of these. Intelligence is dropping down to 8. 10 strength. 16 dex. 14 con. 16 charisma. Okay. Enzo is being a butthead again. Get out. He loves hiding under my computer. Okay, I think we're good here. And then let's level you up. See how we look here. Okay, so spells, we want Armor of Agathis. Here we want Agonizing Blast and Armor of the Shadows. And we want to give you cloth weapons and a quarterstaff with a shield. Because you are going to be a spellcaster, not up front with your rapier. Okay. Replace spell. Think we're good here. For level 3, we want to replace Armor of Agathis with Misty Step. So Armor of Agathis, we're going to give you Misty Step. For the spell, we want Mirror Image. And for the Pact Boon, we want Pact of the Chain. So that we can summon our Imp. Awesome. Now for here, we want Mage Hand for the cantrip. And we want Scorching Ray for our spell. And then ability improvement, we want Charisma +2. Yes. Okay, this looks good. And then, buddy, old pal Gale. How are we doing on money? Oh, we only... Those are camp supplies.
Alright, what now?
We still have 2,200. We're looking good.
With haste.
We got plenty of camp supplies. I think we're going to go ahead and take a long rest here. After we check in with everybody. So, Withers, my friend.
Another. I shall be here in my cap.
Let's change the class. So, we are going to go Wizard. Where's Gale at? Okay, so we want Firebolt, Ray of Frost, and Acid Splash. Acid Splash. Yes. Spells, we want Mage Armor. Let's drop all these. Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Thunder Wave, Grease, Sleep, and Chromatic Orb. Okay, now for your abilities, 8 Strength, we want 16 Dex. This is a +1. I want 14 Con, 16... 10, 16, 14, 16, 10, and 10. Okay. Looks good. Now let's level you up. We want to stick with Evocation. For spells, we want Find Familiar and Featherfall. Prepare spells, we want to keep all of this because we wanted to get rid of Sleep. Okay. Now level 3, we want to pick up Misty Step and Scorching Ray. So obviously this is like Will. We're having some redundancy here, but that's all good. And then level 5... Oh, right, you haven't hit level 4 yet. Okay, so this works. Perfect, perfect.
What am I to do?
Do we feel like we need a rest right now?
One with the weave.
I'm ready.
We could probably do some more exploration before we get a long rest in. See how Karlak's doing.
Hey, soldier.
How did you end up with such a contraption in your chest?
The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlak, a knock-knee delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. But to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zario. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
What does that infernal engine do to you?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
Yeah. What's that been like?
Agonizing. Gods, what I wouldn't give for a hug. A pat. Anything. You've never met anyone so desperate for a hug as this one right here. Pathetic perhaps, but true. It's my lot to bear, and I bear it badly. Ah well, can't have it all, can you? Not today, at least.
Okay, that was kind of sad.
There you go.
I kind of feel like, what if we took Karlach instead of Shadowheart? In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type.
That's something I'll think
Ice
about.
devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Okay. Now that those paladins are out of your way, what's next on your agenda?
First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful, but it's been feeling volatile ever since I left the Hells. Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic around here, right?
Okay. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
So much has happened, I can barely remember what life was like before the abduction.
Lucky you. Sometimes I think I'd be better off indulging in a bit of light oblivion. Well, we may as well make some good memories mixed in with the body horror, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to take Karlach instead of Shadowheart. I feel like she, at the end of the day, has a good morality. Shadowheart, I'm kind of iffy about.
Yes?
Okay, nothing there.
I have something to ask.
So yeah, we'll think about that.
Isn't it glorious? Karlach's fury is a wonder to behold.
Okay. But that does mean that we need somebody stealthy.
Karlach's all fire and fury. I pray to the Triad it doesn't consume her.
I wonder if we could do a stealth build with Karlach. That would be crazy. Like a stealth barbarian. I'd have to look into it.
What's on your mind?
Okay. Alright, well, for now, for this episode, we are going to continue with Shadowheart. We got a lot of our health back from respecking, which is kind of nice. But yeah, let's continue looting the area and see what's about. We actually can't recast. Okay, maybe we should go long rest then. Because this is a long rest, yeah. We got the camp supplies for it. Oh, here we go. Will's
Hellfire. She's coming.
story.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Aren't you a luscious thing? Just who in the nine hells are you?
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
Oh. Get to the point, Devil. What do you want?
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Whoa.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Oh, jeez.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Well, that was intense. Poor guy. He's got devil horns now. And it updated.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
He's a good man. Maybe the best of us.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
Okay. Let's see how Will's doing after that. Poor guy. What does this mean for him?
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Oh, Arcana failed. The Blade of Frontiers has some explaining to do.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
How in the hell did you get involved with Mizora?
The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Dude, it was worth the sacrifice? You gotta be kidding me.
The blade of frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The blade's sting is real.
Okay.
So, Will did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely not a good guy. That's for sure.
I hope Mizora flies into the blades of a windmill for what she did to Will. Though, I must admit, the new look is a little dashing.
Oh, is it now? A little flirtatious over here. Karlak's chilling. Does she have anything else to say?
Soldier,
You and Mizora seem to know each other. How?
we were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Messy. Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Okay. What do you know about the city of Elturel falling into Avernus?
Wasn't all that long ago. I never knew the whole of how and why, but I remember the devils slavering with delight. I should have looked after the Elturans more. Gone out of my way to make sure they were all right. The long and short of it was, I didn't want to risk my neck. I let them get on with the nightmare, same as I had to. But Avernus is no place for decent folk. I'm glad they got out. So glad.
I feel like it would be fun to have Karlak and you know what? You know what?
Looks like your troops all trooped up.
I might do
You
it.
need to send someone packing if you want me to join.
Actually, hold on.
See you around.
Because we need to look through your inventory. Because you got some good stuff. Okay, yeah, you -1 charisma's fine, but... let's start taking some of this stuff. I'd be interested to see how Karlak is. I know we just spent the money to respec her. But I want to test out Karlak's combat capabilities. And then kind of go from there. I wish there was a faster way to do this. Like, send all of inventory. Because then we have, less redundancy within the party.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Soldier.
And I think Karlak and Will
Looks
together
like your troops all trooped up. You'll need to send someone packing if you want me to.
could be
Excellent.
interesting.
Let's go.
So if we look at Karlak, she's a two-handed beast. That's what she is. A two-handed beast. A good melee fighter. We have the defense. Gale and Will have some good defensive capabilities now. Plus some good offense.
I approve your taste.
Yeah. I could be a fan of this. Could be a fan of this.
Looking ahead.
Now we don't have the water puddle anymore. Throw a bubble of acid that damages each creature it hits. So we got some AoEs here.
Defender of the people.
Don't be shy.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Okay, yeah. We'll have to see how this goes.
Let's get going.
Now, you have a lot of stuff. We want you to have the momentum.
Soldier.
The hero.
What's the story?
You have 10 charisma, so I feel like that's a stat we could sacrifice. With this. Dancing lights. Now this is medium armor. You wear clothing. That's 3 people with clothing. Because we don't want you to have light armor. We'll just give you dancing lights to have. We'll give you this. Sleight of hand is +3. Stealth +3. You have high strength.
No one's stopped me yet.
You're still encumbered, aren't you? I don't know if we'll be rocking the bow with you. But you get a bonus from not having armor. That's 3 people without armor. That is a little tough. This can be a 2-handed weapon. We'll see how it works. Okay, this is stuff that we'll worry about later.
One day I'll catch
Let's
a
see what
break.
Gale says. He's the last person we need to talk to.
First in my heart.
I can't help feeling Will got off lightly. The wrath of the hells is second only to the wrath of the heavens. Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
Okay. Yeah, I'm iffy between Shadowheart and Karlach. If we can't find a build that we like for Karlach, we'll go back to Shadowheart. We have anything happening? I know, like, with these builds, a lot of the gear and items, like for Will and Gale, are similar, which I feel like will make it tough. We already have some redundancy there. Can we speak with you?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
You killed a pack of gnolls. How?
The Pact! Power!
The Pact. A pact? Which devil did you deal with?
Fallen. Lady Zariel.
Okay. So there's confirmation. Why would you sign a pact with the devil?
Power. Strength.
Suppose it makes sense. How did you die?
Zariel's brute
Karlach.
destroyed me.
And who are you?
Infernal servant. So long I've forgotten. Why?
Sounds like
The spell's power
there's some
wanes.
regrets there, brother.
You can ask
That's what it
no
sounds
more
like.
questions.
Okay. Karlach.
So, hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Thing is, I think I can use it.
My engine can, anyway. Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target.
Aren't you afraid this is going to overload your engine?
Nah, it'll be fine.
Not through the door. Got a coin slot in your heart or what?
Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe-to-toe with something we want to squash, drop a coin in. See what happens.
Not sure this is a good idea. Soul coin belongs to whoever's soul created it.
Believe me, I know that better than most. But the vast majority of soul coins are put to use by devils. Better for us to use them in the fight against evil. Next time we're in a mad battle, you'll see. If something wicked can be put to proper use, that's a good thing.
Okay, so you can use the soul coins. She didn't like that too much, but... Oops.
What's in here?
Padded armor. Longsword. We got some decent weapons at least. Camp supplies. We want all of it. Everything else we will be selling.
That
baguette.
will fit in my pack.
Like crossbow. Padded armor. A glaive. Okay. A halberd. Bunch of two-handers. Okay, well that should be everything here then. So let's see what else we have.
Blade at the ready.
We should cast Mage Armor off the rip. For both of you.
Ripe with magic.
We'll just do a level 1. Because that's until long rest.
Attention!
This is a concentration, but multiple of these are concentration. So this spell actually isn't super good for you to have, like this weapon.
Still alive. So that's progress.
What other options do we have? 5 to 16, 5 to 14, 5 to 14, 5 to 14. So damage-wise, it is the best weapon for you to have right now.
Still breathing.
So even though you can't
Despite
really use
everything.
the ability, we'll keep it on you.
Time to press ahead.
We probably need to swap some more of our inventory around. On a hit with a weapon attack, possibly inflict basically Bane, but also the sleight of hand, so we'll give you that.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Send these on over. That's 5 to 12. I also don't know what I want to do with, like, arrows yet. That should help free up some space. I don't think this game is like Divinity, to where we can take all these body parts and eat them as an elf. But we are filling up quickly. So we should definitely sell soon. Okay, I freed up some space.
Don't waste a step.
Nice, bunch of food.
Maybe I need more pockets.
We'll check the bridge here in a second.
Open up.
Potion of speed from the Knoll ears. And the potions of speed are really nice. So we should look into potion crafting here soon too. We're just taking everything. Everything. Okay. Let's check behind the building. Should also do
Defender of the people.
your spells here. So we want the imp.
Lovely day, this. For now.
And then we'll hold off on that to see what we need. Dagger.
That might be worth a look.
Burrow hole. Dude, these arms weigh so much.
I'm way too big.
Okay, so now from what I understand, we can do something like a rat. Alright, this already uses 2 level 2 or 2 level 1 spell slots? No. So the rat can go in here, no? Yes, he can. Oh. Oh yeah, we also want the shields and stuff. How do we get out of here? You can't open anything. Alright, the barrel hole's here. Okay, so we gotta see if we can get there in a different way.
Elminster's not around.
But if we can get a quarterstaff and another shield, it's what we want. So we want to give you a shield and Will a shield and a quarterstaff. You have a shield. I wonder why it's quarterstaff over anything.
I'd love to, thanks.
I don't think we have another quarterstaff available.
Have my attention.
Let's move.
So we'll have to wait on that. Take those to Karlak. Let's free up some more space. I guess like all of the potion stuff we could probably just send to camp, yeah? Just do potions there. If we were desperate for space. Oh boy, a lot of experimenting is about to be happening. So I hope you guys are ready for that adventure. The adventure of experimentation. Oh, there's an ancient sigil.
Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
Let's bring everybody together. Okay, arrow of ice and 12 gold. Okay, so maybe we go back and sell real quick. Get this out of the way. And then also we'll see if anything's good at these merchants. We also need to talk to this guy for Karlak. So we can go ahead and do this as well. See if we can't get her infernal chest tuned up. Sounds necessary. I hope she doesn't rage like that very often. Why does it have like a dialogue thing next to the reckless attack? Oh, because they're reactions, huh? That would make sense. Because Hellish Rebuke is action.
Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Next thing, I'll try to make a list of the gear that we want to grab. We want to barter. So, it seems that quest items don't actually pop up here. I'm gonna sell our gems. I don't know if we should be doing that. I think we're gonna risk it though. We need to start freeing up our inventory. An oil lamp, I suppose. Like it things... We haven't seen any crafting yet. Candle can inflict burning. I'm sure you can use that how you can... I don't know. Like, I wish it would tell you if you could use it for something. And research notes? That seems important. Household prayers, we have 2 of them. The Book of the Dead Gods. I don't know if that's important because we had like an action through it. Sell 1 of the shovels. Leather armor. All the daggers. Javelins, crossbows. All these weapons we should be able to get rid of. Padded armor. Scale armor. All of the body parts. It says carrying capacity exceeded. I don't even know what that means. Deals an additional to burning targets. Okay. We do have some shields here that we could take. Let's take you. Do you have any quarterstaffs that we could buy for the cheap? If not, I'm sure the other guy does. Barter. Okay.
Sylvanus be with you.
Thanks, guy. Alright, let's get Gale equipped.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
With a shield.
Can't give up now.
Sort by type. That still didn't free up a lot of weight, honestly.
Direct me.
Yeah, you can use a quarterstaff and a shield. Interesting.
No time to rest.
We'll do it.
Never wanted the easy path.
Alright, continue Karlak's story a little bit. We continued Will's story a little bit.
We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy. The scowl on your face would frighten a trap.
I'll talk to the guards at Baldur's Gate.
At least wait until Karlak gets here.
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close, or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized Demano valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help, but I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Avernus. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Where should we look for an infernal iron?
I've sensed some during our travels. It has a pull to it. Absolutely magnetic, once you know what you're looking for. I can show you where I'd look.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes open.
Meanwhile, I've still got plenty of weapons and armor in stock if you're looking to load up.
Well, are you gonna tell us where to look, dude? The heck? You do have a quarterstaff. I'm gonna buy. Okay. I don't know why I kept the bloodstones of all things. Idol of Saloon. Like, I just don't know. You know? I don't know what we should keep. What we should get rid of. Okay. Well, we got the quarterstaff for Will. At least for now. Again, I don't know why we would take the quarterstaff over. But hey, that's what I was told to do. That's what the guide says.
The pride of the gate.
Bludgeoning damage. Piercing damage. So 1d6. 1d8 plus 3. Apparently it's a versatile. That's a finesse weapon, maybe that's why.
The goblins didn't kill me, too.
Okay, well we sold all our stuff. So now let's head on out of here and get back to what we were doing. And obviously we didn't get too much done progression-wise on this episode. But I want to make sure that the party's good. The party's set. We're feeling confident going into these next couple of fights. And really test things out. So we go from there. Let's go ahead and cast this on ourselves. Open the gate. We actually didn't need to walk all the way back here. I forget that we can teleport from wherever. Okay, so time to continue on with our journey. We do need to check out the bridge.
I'll take that.
And then we need to check under the bridge.
Anything of use?
And again, I know these are...
might be nearby. Careful.
I know these are only like worth 1 gold, but I feel like it adds up. Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 8, The Outer City. Overland travelers nearing Baldur's Gate have been known to smell the city before they clap eyes on it. This is thanks to what is known as the Outer City, the area that houses much of what Baldur's Gate needs to survive and thrive, but at the same time would rather not keep within its walls. Tanneries, stockyards, slaughterhouses, saltworks, and less than regulated markets abound here, as well shanties and camps for the less fortunate souls who are drawn to the city. It is the author's firm opinion that respectable travelers should never dawdle in such a place. No matter how tempting its base attractions may be after a long journey, instead they should make away promptly, while paying strict attention to any valuables on their person or in their baggage. Then see about presenting themselves to one of the main entrances to the lower city, such as the famed Basilisk Gate. Once entry has been secured, they consider themselves in the city proper.
What's inside?
Okay, more Knoll's ears. We will take it. Shovel. Buckle. Walnut. Okay. We don't need all the milk cans. Now there's something going on here. Underneath. But what I would like to do is potentially prepare for this fight up ahead. Whoa. Okay, there's a lot of blood around here. These were the gnolls that we fought. So, I think that's what we're gonna start with at the beginning of the next episode. So, as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.